started up.
Yes.
It's the equivalent of Russia's Ditto Cam.
Right.
Anyway, you can get to that from our website at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. If you're on your mobile device, well, you can get it with that too. You can fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the Leaderman in the search. Leaderman, all one word, and it will pop up in the results as live now. That's the one you want. And if you just need our audio stream, that's available to you online also. You need a streaming app. It's the best way to do it. We recommend TuneIn. iTunes will do it. Streamer will do it. Many others will do it. Just put WEEB in the search, and we should pop up at the top of your results. And, of course, it's always available to you from our website at talk973.com. Top right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says Listen Live, on the air. Click that once, and you're listening just that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills. Well, this is when you keep the umbrella handy because for the next 7 days, rain is in the forecast. 30% chance of showers today, otherwise cloudy and 69. Tonight, partly cloudy, 20% chance of showers, low of 56. Wednesday, 30% chance of getting wet again, partly cloudy and 70. Partly cloudy Wednesday night and a low of 54 with a 30% chance of rain. Thursday, partly cloudy, 30% chance of scattered showers, 73. Friday, partly cloudy, 30% chance of showers, 74. Saturday, partly cloudy, 20% chance of showers, 61. Sunday, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, 40% chance, 54. And then for Monday, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, 40% chance of getting wet, and a high of 56. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are south-southwest at 9. Visibility is at 10 statute miles. Pressure is 30-38. Dew point 52. Humidity 83%. It's, I guess, cloudy and somewhat cloudy, 57 degrees. Currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM WEEB. The good old Spinners from the around circa 1971.
Is that when that was, 71?
Yeah. I remember playing it when I was early into college, and that was then. For a lot of you people who were born. But I look 40, so what's the difference, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Colonel here looks no more than 39.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, it is 7:34, 34 past the hour on this Tuesday morning. Glad to have you along. Some of the things happening so far today. If you dreamed of being in the studio audience for taping of Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune, you'll be sadly disappointed because you'll have to wait until the coronavirus scare dies down.
Oh, no. Well, I don't know. I guess they're doing the right thing. If you know it's going around and you can do something, you should. So.
Well, Variety reports that both shows won't tape in front of a live studio audience because of the outbreak. First and foremost, they want to protect Alex Trebek, who's battling stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
Oh, yeah. He's the poster child for, people that are vulnerable. Yeah, exactly.
And has a compromised immune system. Variety also points out that both shows' audience typically skew older, with plenty of out-of-town tourists who have recently traveled by plane.
Yes, exactly.
As we've all heard by now, those most at risk of becoming very sick from the virus are older adults and those with serious medical conditions. So far, ABC, NBC, and CBS haven't changed their procedure for talk show audience, but there's a decent chance that those tapings could be also marked for changes in the near future. Yeah, it's getting pretty real out there. Now, just the thing is to keep it in perspective. You don't want to downplay it, but you don't want to blow it up either. And that's what's unsettling Wall Street, that and the oil price war that's going on with Saudi Arabia.
The what? The oil?
Oil
okay.
Price war.
All right, gotcha.
How do you say it? Oil? It's one syllable.
Oil.
Oil. It's not oil. It's like, I'll take your pronunciation on Jersey. Yeah,
They say in Brooklyn is Earl.
They say what?
Earl.
They say Earl in Brooklyn?
Earl, yeah.
For New Jersey?
No, Earl for oil. Earl.
Oh, Earl.
You put Earl in the boina.
Well, you folks up north never did learn how to speak, so
That's right. Yeah, there you go.
just because you won the war doesn't mean you won the vocabulary contest.
Yeah, there you go.
That is.
Okay.
But getting back to the things about the coronavirus, let's see. I just had it here. Well, now I don't know where I put it.
What, coronavirus? Well, the important thing is you have a numbskull like Bernie who says he won't close the border or do anything to prevent the flow of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So
All the Democrats say that.
Yeah, that's what's important is you have morons that, just want to let it come and go as they please. And Bernie's probably one of the at-risk population here. He's an old jerk, so,
Well,
he shouldn't get it.
Here's another jerk. A family in Missouri was under quarantine after the daughter contracted the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah.
That means not exposed.
Right.
She's got it.
Yes. Yeah.
But that didn't stop her sister and father from leaving to attend a father's-daughter dance.
Right, there you
at
go.
the Ritz-Carlton.
Yep. There's genius, pure genius at work there.
Here's St. Louis County Executive Pam Page saying, if need be, the family will be forced by law to stay at home.
The patient
too
has
late.
contacted our coronavirus hotline on Thursday, March 5th, and on that same day, the county health department instructed the patient and her family to self-quarantine at their home in Ladue. The way the family has reacted to this situation is really a tale of two reactions, and a study of how people should and should not react to the coronavirus. And as a result, the county health directors informed him today that he must remain in his home, or they will issue a formal quarantine that will require him and the rest of his family to stay in their home by the force of law.
There you go. If you're going to be stupid, we'll pass a law against it.
Well, what are you supposed to say? Stay home, for crying out loud.
Yeah, don't be a selfish prick and expose potentially thousands of other people.
Oh, they just did. If they were at that dance, all of those people, and then they'll go on out and they'll be spreading it around before the symptoms show.
Let's see. I'm trying to find. Here it is. New York. I'm looking for the Dr. Oz story I had.
Dr. Oz, does he have it?
Well, he has a good. No, he has a good brochure out to tell you what you should have things. Port Authority, quarantine, Wuhan.
Well,
Well, I read it extensively. Now I can't find it.
Well, it's the normal things, same things you should do when you have the flu, I would imagine. Gargle with salt water.
Well, this is how to help prevent it in your family. Give you the best chance to not contract it.
Oh, to completely avoid it. Well, yeah,
Well, it wasn't so much that. It was getting your body prepared, like get at least 7 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah.
Exercise 30 minutes a day. What foods you should be taking in.
The stuff you should be doing anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was that. And they had it laid out well, and now I can't find the stupid thing.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. It'll be in there somewhere. It'll pop up during the break, probably.
Well,
Well, you get it later and do it next half hour.
Okay. We'll do it that way. All right, back on point here. Let's see. I'm not going to do that. All right. Time to take a walk outside and listen to the recent thoughts of Bernie Sanders.
Oh, jeez.
Before I get into that, did you see, it was on, I believe, MSLSD yesterday.
Yeah.
It was some lady, one of the regular type hosts, that maybe it was Today Show people. Anyway, she was saying, oh, Donald Trump is sitting there exposing people to coronavirus. He holds a rally that has 10,000 people. And look at all those people that could potentially be exposed. It was all Donald Trump bashing. And I was waiting for the next sentence. Okay, what about Biden?
Yeah.
What about Bernie Sanders? Of course, we didn't have any criticism of that. Those holding a rally.
Well, they actually had rallies. Has Trump had a rally since this stuff started?
Yeah. Yeah, he held one in Charlotte.
Okay, all right, yeah, all right. Yeah, he did. Yeah, well,
That's just the two-faced networks.
But that's
at it again.
How long ago was that? Was a week, 2 weeks ago. The Charlotte thing, wasn't it?
Something like that. I think he held one. He held one in Michigan last week.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, But then, in the same breath, some of those same morons on that news,
Fake news,
whatever that thing is that they broadcast on, have said, hey, wouldn't it be great send somebody in there with the coronavirus and infect them all?
Yeah.
So, which is it, you clowns? Do you want them to have the thing so that you can try to infect them, as you put it, or do you want them not to have the rallies? They would prefer you not have the rallies. But
well, they don't think rationally anymore. Their hate consumes them. It's always, listen to me, but I don't want to listen to you.
Yeah, they're pretty filthy people.
All right, back to what I was going to do. Time to take a walk about with Bernie Sanders. He doesn't think much of Punxsutawney Phil's weather predictions.
Hello again, it's Bernie. I hope you had a good spring forward time change weekend. Let me address the recent statement from Punxsutawney Phil and his outrageous prediction for an early spring. I do not know what kind of global warming Phil thought we would have, but here in Vermont, real weather people are predicting snow on Thursday. It'll be in the mid-30s. So, by the look of my watch, which happens to be a rock that casts a shadow, spring begins next week. If we were supposed to have an early spring, Punxsutawney Phil, that would make you dead wrong. So, go back into the hole you crawled out of. Thank you.
Yeah, if only Bernie would go back to the hole he crawled out of. Yeah, go back to Moscow and stay there.
All right, today is Landline Telephone Day. It was on this day in 1876 that Alexander Graham Bell made the first ever telephone call. This is a day to celebrate your landline, if you still have one. Some people still do, because landlines work when the power goes out, and they never need to be changed or charged.
True.
Yeah. And they're clear as a bell.
99% of the time.
Well, it depends on whether they put them on VoIP and crap like that.
Yeah, sometimes they'll have a transfer switch or something.
Then it has that latency delay.
Yeah. But no, seriously, I just remember when I was a kid, the phone would be working. It'd be pitch black, no electricity, but the phone would work. As long as somebody hadn't hit it with a car and taken out everything. But,
That's
that
because
does happen.
the phone company puts its own electricity on the line.
Right.
And it's 90 volts. And that's why if you're holding those two lines and it rings,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, you might get a little jolt.
All right, we have a little telephone trivia here in the way of songs. This is tough trivia. We dare anyone to name all the musical artists in this montage.
Oh, well, forget that. That's not happening.
It'll probably take an entire office to do this. These are just 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 songs packed together here.
Okay, we playing Johnny Fever here today, are we?
See if you recognize any of these, and we'll tell you the answers when we come back here.
Hey, baby, I'm your telephone man. Back Before there were cell phones, there was something called a phone. We now know it as a landline phone.
Yellow.
Jim Croce, I know that one.
Get on the phone. Make a phone call, right?
All you have to do is you pick up the phone.
Got us a landline telephone?
You gotta make a phone call.
Give me a cheer if you're under 30 and own a landline telephone. 3 people. There we go.
All right, you guessed one of them.
Yes, that would.
Started out with Mary Wilson, telephone man, followed by ELO, telephone line, Jim Croce, operator, Blondie, hanging on the telephone.
That was Blondie?
Yeah. Sugarloaf, don't call us, we'll call you, and Carly Rae Jepsen, call me maybe.
Wouldn't know any of those others. No, Blondie I would have known, but I didn't. I don't think I ever heard that song.
And for those of you who are still pondering the usefulness of time change... Oh, it didn't play.
Today's show is brought to you by Daylight Saving Time. I don't even save money. Why would I want to invest an hour of my weekend just to get back the same amount of time next fall?
Waste of time. Yep, they got it.
A woman posted a video of a conversation between herself and her 4-year-old daughter who isn't happy about mom's pierced nipples. She doesn't want anyone to know about the, quote, earrings in her boobies.
I just know it. I feel.
What do you think?
Please, can show me. I won't tell anybody.
You won't tell anybody what?
I have earrings on your boobie.
Okay. The mind of a 4-year-old.
Future conservative there, I guess. I don't know.
A new study found the happiest cities in America are Fremont, California, Plano, Texas, San Jose, California. Here's a little song for them.
Two of the happiest towns in America are in California?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Must be the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, here's a little happy song for them.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. 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 Happy, happy, joy, joy.
All righty.
Well, if they're in California, they should be made to listen to that song for the next 48 hours.
A woman at a drive-thru at a Burger King was demanding a refund while the building was on fire. People were shouting at her to leave, and she did finally pull a few feet away, but she got out of the car and came back trying to get her refund, even though the place was still on fire. She's in the takeout line, clogging, trapping people in the line while the building's burning, and doesn't give a hoot about the building, only wants her refund. Here's the audio from this nut.
Hey, girl, you can get your money back. You better move. Move. It's on fire. I don't give a f***. I just moved. Now give me my money is what I'm asking for. Y'all was just laughing in there. Now you want to come out here and act serious? You're stupid. That's why you work at Burger King.
No shortage of stupid people out there.
Well, I guess I shouldn't be laughing. I don't know if get a couple of... Well, see, this is the perfect example of why people need $90,000 pickup trucks, because you get behind her and you start pushing and get her out of the way.
Or just drive over the top of the car.
Well, you do that on your Harley.
People in Australia have literally been fighting over toilet paper in grocery stores. We played that for you yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Gee.
But one family accidentally ordered 48 boxes online instead of 48 rolls. So they now have 2,300 rolls of toilet paper.
They got delivered. I thought there was a shortage.
They posted a Facebook video where they built the throne with the boxes and basically taunted people.
So the joke's on you, Australia. While you're all out there scrambling for toilet paper all through the supermarkets, knifing each other, getting into fights and carrying on, we are flying high. We are sitting pretty. We are loaded with toilet paper. Australia, suffer. We have the toilet paper.
Paper. Well, I guess he does if he got 48 boxes or cartons of it or whatever. Good Lord.
The University of South Carolina has a Wendy's, and one of his employees has been crashing on friends' couches for a year after a fire tore through his house. So students started a GoFundMe page campaign that's now has over $40,000. His name is Malcolm Coleman. The student who started it as Robert Caldrani. Here's part of the fundraiser video he posted online.
Hi, I'm Rob from Delta Sigma Pi at the University of South Carolina. We're fundraising on behalf of our friend and member of the USC community, Malcolm Coleman. Malcolm's family recently nearly lost their entire home in an electrical fire. So I encourage you to watch the rest of this video, check out our GoFundMe page, and get to know our friend Malcolm.
Okay. Somebody doing something good. Another good news story, a 64-year-old named Sarah Brewer just became the oldest woman to cross the Atlantic Ocean in a rowboat. She and her rowing partner left the Canary Islands off the coast of Africa on December 12th.
All right.
Here they are landing in Antigua.
Antigua. Yeah.
After more than 86 days at sea.
So thank you for the crossing that took you 86 days, 8 hours, and 59 minutes.
Well, that's, I'm sure they had a support boat and all that, and today you can...
They probably slept on the boat.
You have reverse osmosis things. You can make all the water you want. It's probably not as, it's a rowboat. I'm sure it's a little bit different than your typical, scow that you have out here on one of the lakes. But, do it the old way, like those guys that wrapped reeds together and...
The way Tom Hanks did it, Castaway.
There you go, that one too,
Tied together with twine.
Or float around after your airplane goes down or your ship sinks and you're floating around out there for 80 or 90 days.
Yeah.
So, a little different. But, yeah, that is impressive, though. You pull across the Atlantic Ocean, especially down there. That's a little stormy.
You ever see that Robert Redford movie where he was... out in his, I think it was a catamaran type boat. It was a pretty expensive one.
No, I don't think so.
It may not have been catamaran. Anyway, he was out there in the middle of the ocean, just living out there for a while. And he wakes up one morning because something heavy bashed into his boat.
Right.
And it was a container off of a ship that had fallen overboard.
Oh.
And tore his boat up and started sinking, and he had automatic bells, belling equipment on there, and
right.
That quit working. And long story short,
he sinks.
He basically got whittled down to a small piece of boat to float on, kind of like Castaway size. And finally, he couldn't flag down any boats going by. There were plenty of boats going by.
Oh yeah. If you're in the shipping lanes, there's lots of traffic.
Nobody saw him.
Yeah.
And just as he basically gave up on life and let go to sink to the bottom of the ocean, some hand reaches down and grabs him back up. But not a word was spoken in the whole movie.
No, I don't remember that one. But there's a lot of junk.
It wasn't a big
hit.
Yeah. It was pretty boring.
There's a lot of junk floating around out there, and there's a lot of shipping out there. So, yeah, if you're in a small boat, you're in danger. You better have all your electronics and all your lights working, etc., so people see you. But see, a lot of those big ships are going back and forth, and they're on autopilot. And there's not a lot of people keeping a view out there, and, you can get run over. It seems impossible, but you can.
Well, I found the thing I was looking for about the coronavirus finally.
Oh, well, here we go. Now we'll be safe. We'll be safe an hour earlier than if you wait.
It's quick tips from Dr. Oz on how to keep yourself and those around you safe through the coronavirus outbreak. First of all, lifestyle, get at least 7 hours of sleep. Aim to exercise 30 minutes a day. Meditate, improve your air quality by using a humidifier and HEPA filter to reduce virus particles in the air. For hygiene, don't shake hands, don't touch your face. Triple your hand washing at least 20 seconds. Use hand sanitizer that's at least 60% alcohol. And get a little swig at the end.
Well, I'm sorry, he's wrong on that one. The hand sanitizer is not the best way to clean your hands. Soap and water is.
Use disinfectant spray instead of wipes or on surfaces around the house, and let them sit for 3 minutes before drying.
Okay. That's key there. Let it dry.
Under preparedness, have a 2-week supply of household items like toilet paper, soap, and detergent, food like canned goods and freezer items, and both prescriptions and over-the-counter medicines.
Okay.
Boost your immune system by eating your fruits and vegetables. Take vitamin D3 and get your flu shot. I don't do the flu shot.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't.
Well, I have my reasons. Don't have time to go over them right now. If you're sick, take 80 milligrams of zinc daily, 250 milligrams of vitamin C twice daily, 250 milligrams of beta-glucan daily, and elderberry syrup or lozenge 4 times a day or 5 times.
Elderberries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. And I've already posted this up, and I might do that. The 5 websites you can trust for accurate coronavirus information. I'll put that on our
website
homepage at talk973.com, and it has links to all the proper ones, like the CDC and WHO and the FDA and so forth and so on. It's direct to the page that you want. So I'll put it up there so you can take a look at it and make educated decisions.
Yeah, that would be good in our crisis here.
Let's see. Here's some stats. I don't know if I got time, but don't have time. Time for the weather. Keep the rain gear handy because chance of showers will be in our forecast for at least the next 7 days. Overnight, mostly cloudy, 55 for your low. Tuesday, 30% chance of getting wet, mostly cloudy, and a high of 71. Thursday night, we'll drop it to a 20% chance of showers.
We have dry conditions in place for the first half of the day. This afternoon, we'll likely see those showers develop for us, and we'll have drier conditions by this evening. Temperatures will remain on the warm side. We'll head into the upper 60s as well as the lower 70s with strong breeze moving in out of the south. For tomorrow, our highs will be in the upper 60s and lower 70s. Afternoon scattered showers will be possible, and we're likely to stay unsettled this week. A meteorologist, Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center. We have dry conditions in place for the first half of the day. It will be this afternoon when we could see scattered showers move through as a frontal boundary begins to work its way through our region. Drier conditions will be in place tonight, and we'll have to watch for some areas of patchy fog by tomorrow morning, with scattered showers developing in the afternoon. Highs will be on the warmer side this afternoon. We'll head into the upper 60s and lower 70s, and we'll stay in the upper 60s and lower 70s tomorrow. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Happen to you, what would happen to them? You need life insurance, and SelectQuote can help you get it at a price you can afford.
SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, who's in excellent health, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month.
Not in perfect health? Don't worry.
SelectQuote found Tanya, 40, who has type 2 diabetes, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $32 a month.
We shop companies like Protective, Prudential, American General, and others to find you the company with the best rates. Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
For your free quote, call 1-800-880-7474. That's 1-800-880-7474. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-880-7474.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Another bank is facing charges of opening fake accounts.
Fifth Third Bank is being sued by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The federal regulator says the Ohio-based bank knew its employees were opening fake accounts since at least 2008 and up until 2016 to meet aggressive sales targets. 2016 was the same year Wells Fargo admitted its employees had opened fake accounts and was forced to pay billions in fines and penalties. The allegations against Fifth Third Bank include some of the fake accounts actually had money in them, moved from a customer's existing account without their consent. I'm Ed Donahue.
The status of 3 San Jose Sharks hockey games, the NCAA women's basketball tournament at Stanford, and 1 Major League Soccer game are in doubt. Santa Clara County has announced a ban of all large gatherings of at least 1,000 people for the rest of the month in response to the coronavirus outbreak. News and analysis at townhall.com. Attorneys for Israel's prime minister are asking for a trial extension. The Media Lion's Lawrence Rifkin has the latest update.
Lawyers for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have formally asked that his trial for alleged corruption be postponed for 45 days. They say they have yet to receive key material from prosecutors. The trial is scheduled to begin on March 17th. That's next Tuesday. Netanyahu, whose Likud won the most votes of any party in last week's election, is hoping to be asked to form a right-wing government, though he lacks a majority. He is also busy fending off threatened legislation, which, unlike a right-wing government, can theoretically pass muster. The bill would seek to bar anyone under indictment from being allowed to form a coalition. I'm Lawrence Rifkin, Town Hall News, Jerusalem.
News and analysis at themedialine.org and townhall.com.
The wait is finally over. Pinehurst Toyota's new state-of-the-art building is now open. We're making it easier than ever to buy your next car. With every Pinehurst Toyota purchase, you get the Pinehurst Toyota Advantage Plan. That includes our 3-day exchange policy, a lifetime limited powertrain warranty, 2 years no-cost maintenance, free car washes, complimentary loaners, and so much more, all at no extra cost to you. Stop in today to browse over 350 new, certified, and quality pre-owned vehicles. Our highly trained staff is ready to give you more for your trade and get you into your new car faster and easier than ever before. The best time to buy is right now. Visit PinehurstToyota.com to shop our entire inventory, get pre-approved, take advantage of our monthly service specials, or schedule your next service appointment. Pinehurst Toyota is open 7 days a week or anytime at PinehurstToyota.com. No cost maintenance provided by Toyota Care. See dealer for complete details.
Hey Sandhills, it's Anthony from Champion Car Wash and Detail Shop. We've been getting a lot of requests for information, and I'm proud to announce that we've launched our new website where you can find details about all the services we offer, how to get in touch with us, hours, and where we're located. Visit us at www.championnc.com. That's www.championnc.com. While you're there, take a look at the photo gallery of incredible cars that we're trusted to care for on a daily basis. That's Champion Car Wash and Detail Shop in downtown Southern Pines near the corner of Morganton and Broad.
Jump into the fire at Brick's Wood Fire Pizza in the Cole Shopping Center and check out their new menu. In addition to the great selection of wood-fired pizzas, Brick's Wood Fire Pizza has wood-fired wings in 3 flavors, delicious soups, pastas, salads, and sandwiches, all made fresh daily. Your choice of craft beers on tap or favorite wine. Brick's Wood Fire Pizza is a community partner supporting our schools in the arts and sports and other nonprofits. Jump into the fire at Brick's Wood Fire Pizza, Cole Shopping Center, Southern Pines. Open every day at 11 a.m.
When it comes to insurance, you should always think First. First Casualty Insurance Group, that is. At First, we represent over 3 dozen outstanding companies and can provide you with the coverage you need at a price that makes sense. Have us do a top-to-bottom review for you. It won't cost you a cent. Stop by or we'll come to you. There's no obligation. Always, the coverage you need at a price that makes sense. And all you have to do is give us a call, 910-692-8303. We've been in the peace of mind business for over 30 years. First Casualty Insurance Group, Southern Pines, 910-692-8303.
This is Smoke Inn Steve from the Smoke Inn in Southern Pines. Have I got an event for all you cigar connoisseurs? Smoke Inn is having the first ever Smoke Inn dinner at the Ironwood Cafe in Southern Pines on March 21st from 6 o'clock until whenever the smoking lamp goes out. Ashton, who's sponsoring it, will be providing cigars for everyone, and there'll be prizes, gifts, raffles, awards, and a heck of a lot of good people to meet that you've never met before that are all in the same boat as you. Love to smoke cigars. This dinner is in conjunction with the Smoke Inn Golf Tournament, and you do not have to play golf or participate in it, but if you just wish to attend the dinner, we would love to have you. If you do decide you want to play in the golf tournament as well, you can sign up at the Smoke Inn at any time between now and March 10th. So, get yourself together, come on over to the shop, call us at 910-246-0119, or just show up and we'll get you squared away as far as attending the dinner or playing golf. So, as I tell everyone, keep it lit.
Do you have unanswered questions about your financial planning, investments, and insurance? Well, Delta Financial Advisors in Pinehurst has recently updated their website to help address many areas of concern. Go to deltafinancialadvisors.com and take a look at the new content and videos, which provide a wealth of valuable information. That's www.deltafinancialadvisors.com. Delta Financial Advisors, 11 Village Club Court in Pinehurst.
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. The Trump administration's coronavirus proposals helped lift world markets overnight after Monday's historic losses. CBS News correspondent Nikki Batiste has more.
Congress would have to approve any payroll tax proposal by the president, and President Trump is also discussing paying hourly employees missing work over the coronavirus. Both measures were received well by markets, which have made significant gains in futures trading.
Representative Mark Meadows, who President Trump last week selected as his next acting chief of staff, will self-quarantine at his home after learning that he may have come in contact with a person who later tested positive for the novel coronavirus. Meanwhile, the timeline to fill Meadows' congressional seat in North Carolina is likely to leave mountain communities without Washington representation for months. Western Carolina University political science professor Chris Cooper tells WLOS News.
The timing of Meadows' decision to not run was politics. I think Trump's timing of this announcement was certainly politics. And now the political ball is in Governor Cooper's court.
Italy begins a nationwide travel ban today due to the coronavirus outbreak. CBS's Anna Petrango is in Rome.
Within their own communities, they can go to work, take public transportation, or go to restaurants, provided that these places are organized in such a way as to ensure that safe distance of 3 feet.
Amid an ongoing budget shortfall, Vidant Medical Center CEO says almost 200 Vidant Health employees will have to be let go. Dr. Mike Waldron says that the first quarter shortfall was caused by many factors, which include decreasing reimbursements and the lack of Medicaid expansion. He also tells WCTI News.
These issues are real. They're affecting our rural communities, the second largest rural community in the country.
Police are looking for a Guilford County man who fled the scene of a traffic accident that killed his 18-year-old son. The High Point Enterprise says 39-year-old Roderick White faces multiple charges. You're listening to NCN News.
2020, another big year for North Carolina politics. Republicans and Democrats battling for the state's electoral votes, competing for the governor's mansion, control of the General Assembly, the top job in the state Supreme Court. Carolina Journal covers all the action. Available each month as a free newspaper, every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your best source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Ready, set, fish! On May 2nd in Morehead City, anglers of all ages will cast their lines for a great cause in the 12th annual Reelin' for Research Fishing Tournament, benefiting UNC Children's Hospital and Childhood Cancer Research. Reelin' for Research has raised more than $3.6 million to date, and they're setting the bar high for 2020. There are plenty of offshore and inshore activities that help their mission, so the whole family can join. To learn more about Reelin' for Research or to donate, please visit reelinforresearch.org.
Amid coronavirus worries, if a person suspected of infections refuses to self-quarantine or isolate themselves, it's possible they could wind up in jail. Wake County Sheriff spokesman Eric Curry tells ABC 11 the detention center is equipped to handle that if it comes to pass.
We have the medical personnel as well as policy in place to react at a moment's notice to ensure the safety of not only the residents, but our detention officers.
A North Carolina appeals court judge won't participate in any deliberations over litigation that challenges the constitutionality of the state's latest voter photo identification law. The State Court of Appeals announced that Judge Chris Brook recused himself from the voter ID case. U.S. prosecutors say Prince Andrew is stonewalling in the Jeffrey Epstein case. To London and CBS's Vicki Barker.
Federal prosecutor Jeffrey Berman says the Queen's second son has, his words, shut the door on helping his investigation into Epstein's alleged sex trafficking. Although Andrew has stated publicly he'd be happy to help any investigators, privately, British media report he has since retained Britain's top extradition attorney as well as an eminent criminal defense lawyer.
A star NFL quarterback has his next job secured in Hollywood.
As speculation swirls about Tom Brady's future in the NFL, the 20-season Patriot says he's launching a TV and movie production company. He'll team up with Avengers directors Joe and Anthony Russo. Deadline says their partnership will begin with a 3D adventure documentary. It'll be called Unseen Football and take viewers into the invisible realms of the game. Brady is 42 now and set to become an unrestricted free agent for the first time in his career. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
We have dry conditions in place for the first half of the day. This afternoon, we'll likely see those showers develop for us, and we'll have drier conditions by this evening. Temperatures will remain on the warm side. We'll head into the upper 60s as well as the lower 70s with strong breeze moving in out of the south. For tomorrow, our highs will be in the upper 60s and lower 70s. Afternoon scattered showers will be possible, and we're likely to stay unsettled this week. A meteorologist, Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, cloudy and 57 degrees, humidity 83%, dew point 52, pressure 30-37, winds south-southwest at 10, visibility wide open at 10 statute miles. It is 8:14. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Tuesday morning. One person was life-flighted to an area trauma center after being involved in a single-vehicle accident outside of Bass on Monday. The accident occurred on Lobelia Road near McGill Road around 11 a.m. The young male driver lost control of his vehicle at a curb and hit a pine tree. The patient was in critical condition at the scene. The car suffered extensive damage, and authorities did not release the identity of the man. The Festival de Avion organizers have recently partnered with the USO of North Carolina and will be providing complimentary tickets to those families who have been involved with the recent 82nd Airborne deployment at Fort Bragg. Details for the distribution of these tickets will be published soon. Providing free tickets to families of deployed soldiers is the right thing to do, according to the festival's co-founder, Pete Stillwell. Every ticket we sell to the general public will be matched with a donation of a ticket to these families. We are pleased to be working with the USO of North Carolina, which will make sure these tickets get into the hands of special families to enjoy the 2020 Festival d'Avion. The USO will also have a display on site during the festival, which is April 17th through 18th, for those who would like to learn more about their mission. That's your local WEEB news this morning from the Sand Hill Sentinel. And you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. 8:16 now, time for sports right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. We start with Monday's conference tournament scores, and 6-seeded Northeastern led wire to wire and beat number 7 Elon 68-60 in the CAA tournament semifinal. 6-seeded App State came from behind to beat number 8 Coastal Carolina 70-65 in the second round of the Sun Belt tourney. Top-seeded East Tennessee State defeated upset-minded Wofford 72-58 to win the SoCon. Fourth-ranked Florida State enters the ACC men's tournament as the number 1 seed for the first time in program history. They'll have a double bye as the 5-day tournament begins today with the first 2 round games in Greensboro. 12-seeded Wake Forest takes on 13-seed Pitt. They open play at 4:30 this afternoon. That'll be followed by 11-seed Virginia Tech facing a challenge by the tournament's bottom seed, North Carolina, in the nightcap.
We played ourselves into this slot, and now we get a chance to go out and hopefully have some great memories that will erase some of the things that we have had.
The Heels will have to win 5 games in 5 days and win the tournament in order to earn a bid in the NCAA tournament. It's a tall order, but no pressure.
I've never thought of this tournament as pressure. I really haven't. It's not any negative or positive. We get a chance to play in the ACC tournament. They're having a thing. Let's go play and play the best we possibly can.
On the pro court, DeAndre Hunter broke a tie by sinking 3 free throws with 13.3 seconds remaining in the second overtime, and the Atlanta Hawks beat the Hornets 143-138. It came after a controversial finish to the first extra period. 2 official reviews at the end of the first OT produced different results. Following the first review, officials ruled Rozier had fouled by Atlanta's Travion Graham with 0.8 seconds left. A second review followed a protest by Hawks coach Lloyd Pierce, produced a reversal. Head coach James Borrego on the ending of the overtime thriller.
Every big call went their direction. Was it right or not? I don't know, but very unfortunate, very disappointing end for the way our guys battled.
This is NCN Sports.
Farmers make a difference in your life every day, from the food on your plate to the clothes on your back. The agriculture industry is the backbone of North Carolina's economy. Remember to thank a farmer for all they provide. Farm Credit is dedicated to doing our part to keep farmers farming. Our team of experts provide lending solutions to keep North Carolina's farmers doing what they do best. Farm Credit, we're farmer strong. Visit us at farmcreditofnc.com.
All right, everyone. It's a hard hat game out there, but we're the North Carolina Cranes. And this is our shipyard. We support more than 87,000 jobs in North Carolina. And last year, we put up $15.4 billion to the state's economy.
It's 9-0's, Coach.
It sure is. So let's get back out there and move that cargo.
At North Carolina Ports, we play hard for our state's economy. Now that's something to cheer about. Check out our season highlights at ncranes.com.
In an effort to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, the major pro sports leagues are limiting who can come and go in player areas. WTVD's Joe Mazer with more.
The NBA, NHL, MLS, and MLB are limiting access to locker rooms and the clubhouse to essential personnel only. Designated areas will be set up outside locker rooms for media members to do interviews. The new measures now include both games and practices.
A long one last night in the NHL up in Buffalo. Dominic Cahoon scored the decisive goal in the 7th round of a shootout. The Sabres snapped a 6-game losing streak with a 3-2 win over the Washington Capitals. Despite the loss, the Capitals earned a point and move ahead of Philadelphia atop the Metro Division. Alex Ovechkin had a goal and an assist in the OTL. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
On the line with us, a great friend, Rodney Swarms with the Plumbing Night. Rodney, it's 2020 already, and once again, you're giving back to the community by teaching classes on the plumbing trade. How is that going?
Steve, thanks for asking. As I've said before, the class has been a real success. It's hard to believe, but we have just been approached in our scheduling to talk to 3 middle schools in this area about plumbing. Unbelievable.
Now, Rodney, you're not suggesting that you are teaching a college course to middle school students, are you?
No way, Steve. I joined the Army when I was 17 and came to the 82nd Airborne Division over in Fort Bragg. That's actually how I got to Moore County. After that, I worked at UPS. I was a driver for 6 years. I've been driven with a passion to serve for a long time, and I actually met a close friend of mine, Eddie Ingram, and I was introduced to the prestigious profession of plumbing.
So, Rodney, let me ask, did you grow up wanting to be a plumber?
It was a combination of my passion to serve and my love for plumbing that later created the Plumbing Night.
For all your plumbing needs, call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night, or on the web at theplumbingnight.com.
Carolina Air, comfort and safety, because we care. Clean, professional, heating and cooling. Carolina Air, the friendly guys. Service, installation, and regular maintenance. Unbeatable, dependable, every time. So CarolinaAir.com. Carolina Air, comfort and safety, because we care.
It's that time of year again. Time to get maintenance performed on your heating system and make sure everything is ready to face the winter elements. Just like getting a routine maintenance performed on your car, getting the proper maintenance and care for your heating system is a must. You can get your winter precision tune-up now for only $49. Call 910-684-3864 or visit CarolinaAir.com. Just $49.
Carolina Air, comfort and safety, because we care.
Does the idea of getting out into US 1 traffic make you cringe? The increasing traffic and impersonal service of chain drugstores is a reminder of why we like small-town life. Hello, I'm Pat McLean, and I would like to welcome you to McLean Drug. We are located at 735 South Bennett Street. It's all here. Friendly, helpful service, convenient access, drive-through window, and discount prices. So stop by or give us a call at 246-9355.
McLean Drug on Bennett Street in Southern Pines for the personal prescription touch.
Donuts so heavenly you'd think they were made by angels. Southern Angel Donut Company is now open for your heavenly pleasure in Olmsted Village behind the First National Bank. And the angels are up daily at 3 a.m. making donuts the old-fashioned way, preparing holy taste bud delights like the maple bacon donut or their special apple fritters. And hey, Southern Angel Donuts make great business icebreakers because who doesn't like a great donut? Give Southern Angel Donuts a try today. Open 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily.
Hey, IHOP on 15501 near West Fargo and Southern Pines is now open at 6 a.m. 7 days a week. In addition to their huge menu, IHOP also has an early bird special every morning from 6 to 7 a.m. Couple of eggs, bacon or sausage, hash browns, and pancakes for just $5.99. And on Monday afternoon, 3 to 5, eat pancake short stacks for $3.99. Google IHOP Southern Pines NC and click on menu. There's something for everyone and plenty of parking behind the IHOP building on 15501.
I just love IHOP.
At Pool Automotive, being local and family-owned isn't just a title. It's the lifeblood of our business. The moment you walk into our Aberdeen showroom, you'll be treated like family. You see, we believe that all our guests deserve quality, reliable used vehicles, and we have the inventory and finance options to make it happen. When you buy a new vehicle, the second you drive it off the lot, it's already depreciated by thousands before you throw that money away. Come to Pool Automotive and check out our huge selection of premium vehicles. We have high-quality, off-lease vehicles, most of which are one-owner cars with low mileage and remaining factory warranties. Something else we do to save you even more? We don't charge documentation fees. Yep, you heard us right. No doc fees here. Come in today, 500 South Sandhills Boulevard in Aberdeen, or call 910-637-0057 and experience the pool advantage.
This is David Miller with a new segment on WEEB called The Miller Minute. I'm a Christian conservative veteran and a long-time Moore County resident. I'll bring news in 1 minute, which I'll plant a seed and hope that it germinates in fertile soil. I'll talk about a wide range of topics from veterans issues like education benefits, our local Veterans Service Office, and groups formed to help vets, to local, state, and national politics, especially those that impact our county, to the general Moore County environment. I hope you'll stay tuned to WEEB and listen to this new part of the family of opinionators. I'm very happy to join the group of concerned patriots doing yeoman's work to keep us all informed on the real story of what's happening here at home. The bar is high, so keep me in your prayers to maintain the standard. Until next time, this is David Miller in the Miller Minute.
Hurricanes, tornadoes, and fire. These are serious situations that we plan in advance for.
The volatility of the market can be just as devastating. When a market correction happens, there are strategies you can employ to bounce back. Call Coach Pete today and we'll help you develop your very own emergency market disaster plan. 800-661-7383, 800-661-7383, or text Coach to 21,000.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. At a town hall meeting about a year ago, Vic Allen, a retired Special Forces guy in our community, stood up and spoke openly about Christian schools and about how we need to get God back in education. One of the women in the back of the room, and this really happened, whispered to her friend, "You mean we should teach fairy tales?" And they both snickered. So, you think we are teaching fairy tales. You think you are the ones who make sense. It makes sense to you that a piece of slime transformed over time to become a dog and a cat and a bird and a human? Or you believe there was a huge explosion and somehow we are the result? Okay, believe that. You've got that right. You also have the right to snicker at Christians. But you know what right you don't have? But a right that we, me and my generation, have given you? We've given away our rights as Christians little by little. You're offended at the name of God being displayed. You're offended by prayer. You're offended by a cross at a war memorial of all places. I say too bad. For too long we've allowed the loudest voice to ruin our witness as Christians. We've let them grind the name of Christ off plaques because we feared their threats, and our weak leaders let them, and we kept quiet. Vic was right. We got two choices here. We kick God out of this great nation, or we start standing up. I know my choice. In the Zumwalt Zone.
We have dry conditions in place for the first half of the day. It'll be this afternoon when we could see scattered showers move through as a frontal boundary begins to work its way through our region. Drier conditions will be in place tonight, and we'll have to watch for some areas of patchy fog by tomorrow morning, with scattered showers developing in the afternoon. Highs will be on the warmer side this afternoon. We'll head into the upper 60s and lower 70s, and we'll stay in the upper 60s and lower 70s tomorrow. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Daylight saving time. It's later than you think. Or is it?
Hear ye! Hear ye!
Everyone gather round.
What are you guys doing up so early?
This is insane. It's insane.
It's not insane. It's a job.
Call that a job? A job?
It's not really a job.
Okay, then.
What is it exactly that you do?
I entertain the masses.
The masses?
Do I look like the masses?
Close enough.
Well, you best get the being entertaining.
It's showtime, everybody! Showtime! Downhearted and confused because lately you've been starting to losing out on everything you might try to do. Bad luck fella's got to hold on you. Losing money, about to lose your home. Done lost your woman and everything you own. All that is plain mistakes, the chances go around. And if you want to know the truth about it, I'll tell you what's from you. Down, yeah. Got bad luck. Yes, sir. Bad luck.
What kind of luck? That's what I thought. Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Oh, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen. Good morning, all you weepy, hand-wringing liberals. It's going to rain today, so maybe carry your umbrella. You don't want to get wet and melt out there in the weather. So
all you hardy conservatives, you want to go out and enjoy the day despite the weather and, laugh at those liberals, laugh at those Bernie supporters, laugh at those Biden supporters, because that's all they deserve.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available to you right now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located on your mobile device. Well, you can fire up your YouTube app and put Mornings with the Leader Man in there to watch the video. If you're on your mobile device just needing our audio stream, many streaming apps will do that for you, like TuneIn, iTunes, or StreamUp. Just put WEEB into the search, and we should end up at the top of your results. And if you're on the website at talk973.com, you can click that icon in the upper right-hand corner of any of our web pages where it says On the Air Listen Live. Click that once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area, like the Colonel said, it's going to be a chance of rain, especially later today. Just a 30% chance, so it's a 70% chance it won't. Look at it that way. Mostly cloudy and scattered showers possible today, high at 69. Tonight, more of the same, below a 46. Wednesday, partly cloudy, scattered showers, 30% chance, high at 70. Wednesday night, more of the same, below a 54. Thursday, more of the same, high at 73. Friday, more of the same, with a high of 74. Basically running a 30% chance of rain most of the week. When we get to Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it jumps to a 40% chance. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds of south-southwest at 10. Visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure 30-37, dew point 52. Humidity 83%. Right now it's cloudy and 57 degrees. Currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, 990 AM, WEEB. One thing that will change in this forecast when we get to Saturday, temperatures will begin to cool down. Will be 74 on Friday, 61 Saturday, 54 Sunday, and 56 on Monday. All right, it is 8:33, 33 past the hour on this Tuesday morning. Glad to have you along. Let's see here. Programming note that Thursday, the ACC tournament begins for us. Other teams will be having playing games up until that quarterfinal games, which are Thursday, and Duke will be playing at 3 o'clock with a pregame at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So plan on that. Let's see, what else? Anything? All right, let's go straight to some things we need to know today so we do not sound stupid. Bill Gates Foundation is going to offer home testing kits for the coronavirus in the next day or two.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, we'll take all we can get. A new study says that seniors who walk 30 minutes a day cut their risk of death. Pete Buttigieg is going to guest host for Jimmy Kimmel on Thursday night. That means anybody can do that show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you're so talented, Jimmy. Oh, yeah. Not.
Mm-hmm.
There's now Focus caffeinated water. It's been around for 2 years, but showing up almost everywhere these days.
What is it, caffeinated? Just caffeinated water?
It's called Focus caffeinated water. It's spelled P-H-O-C-U-S.
Oh, okay.
Televangelist Jim Baker has been ordered to stop selling his so-called, quote, cure for the coronavirus, which is silver water.
No. All right. Fine.
I guess it's water with the trace of silver in there.
I don't know. Never heard of it. What's he charging for that?
I don't know.
I'm sure it's an arm and a leg.
In Virginia, there's now a food truck for dogs. And a new study says losing weight lowers the risk of prostate cancer.
Sure, yeah.
Well, losing weight's just plain good for you. Today's impossible question. This happens within 3 minutes. What is it?
Wait a minute. Run that by me again. This happens within 3 minutes?
I should say you do this within 3 minutes if you do it.
All right, I have no idea what you're getting at.
I know I didn't either when I read it.
Okay. So,
most of us stop listening to a conversation or lose interest in the conversation.
Okay, much like I got you. Because I did. I lost interest in that. It didn't even take 3 minutes.
You were gone, were you?
Yep.
You ever go bowling?
Not in a long time. I broke my hand, and it doesn't like bowling.
The ball anymore?
No, it doesn't.
Well, 7% of us have a fear of wearing bowling shoes.
Oh, yeah. Well, some of those things are pretty nasty.
Doodling can lift your spirits in as little as 5 minutes.
Doodling, okay.
Research shows that dimming the lights reduces the risk of having a fight with your partner.
I guess. I don't know.
At least until after.
I just don't like sitting in the dark myself, but, okay.
A recent study found that 73% of people sleep with their smartphone.
No, I do not.
The average person will buy a gift for someone they don't like about 4 times before the end of the year.
Buy a gift for somebody they don't like?
Yeah.
Well, what's the nature of the gift I'm buying? Because I might choose to do that.
Well, if you worked in an office and you didn't really like the person, but you can't,
Well, no, I didn't do that. I mean,
they're going to give you one.
Well, in the military, we just didn't give gifts because, it was just not done. So,
A recent survey finds that 27% of people only clean the inside of their car before they go on a road trip.
Yeah, I can believe that.
39% of people say a mattress was their latest big money purchase.
A mattress, yeah. Well, you should replace those mattresses after what, 6-7 years or something. It might even be sooner than that, because they do get worn, and then things bend the wrong way, and
And every day in the U.S., 5 bicycle riders are injured riding into an open car door.
Okay. I mean, riding along on the street like in New York City or whatever, which is why they'll eventually do away with cars in New York City and other cities. So, probably not Los Angeles, though. All
righty. It's time for our weekly measurement of the Colonel's testosterone levels.
Oh, dear.
This is where we'll ask some questions designed for men and some for women, thus giving us a reading on the levels of estrogen and testosterone that the Colonel possesses. So far, every week he's been well in balance.
Yes.
On the manly side. All right, here are questions for men that real women would know the answer to. What was the name of the Duke of Duchess of Windsor's first baby?
Duke and Duchess of Windsor's first
baby. The Duke and Duchess of Windsor's first baby's name.
Oh, the current Duke and Duchess.
Of course.
Oh.
Is it Richard, George, or Charles?
So is it Dick, George, or Charlie? Charles.
No, sorry, it was George.
George, okay. Well, yeah.
If he's not happy with it when he becomes king, he can always dump it and use a different name.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
Just like Charles is planning on doing if Mommy will ever let him wear a crown.
I don't think she wants him to. So.
If you're using this style of cutting and eating food, you keep your fork in your left hand at all times.
European.
Is it American, continental, or European?
European. No?
It's continental.
Continental. Oh. All right. Yeah, fine.
And don't answer ahead of time now.
Yeah.
What does OBGYN actually stand for? Is it outer-body gynecology, obstetrics, birth and genealogy, or obstetrician gynecologist?
Well, I know it's not the geologist one.
So it's the third one.
Obstetrician, gynecology.
Yeah,
that is correct. So you got one estrogen point there,
Okay.
which is good. You need a little bit.
Yeah.
Everybody needs some.
Right. Okay.
All right, these are questions for women that real men know the answer to. Questions that real men know the answer to. How many hairs are on Homer Simpson's head? Is it 2, 3, or 4?
Homer Simpson's head?
Yeah.
3 or 4. 3. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's 2.
I don't watch Homer Simpson.
Only whacked out people watch Homer Simpson.
I never got into it. I just,
When is electric shave applied? Before shaving, after shaving, or if you nick your skin?
It's before you shave.
Bing! There goes that testosterone point. And what is the all-cotton striped suit that many men wear in summer?
Seersucker. You had that question before.
Ding, ding. You get 2 points. So you come away with 3 testosterone points and 1 estrogen point, so you are well in tune as far as your body goes.
I don't know if that was fair. That last question was a repeat from somewhere. I remember we talked about it, but I knew that answer anyway. I used to have a seersucker suit when I was a kid.
All right. The following questions come from a standard 5th grade curriculum in the U.S. Answer 4 out of 5 or you ain't got the sense of a 5th grader.
Oh, dear.
Real questions from a 5th grade test. What do we call scientists who study plants and plant life?
Botanists.
Ding,
I know
botanists.
that one. That's the easy one.
Yeah. So you get 2 points because you answered before you got the answers.
Yeah.
The Parthenon was a temple dedicated to what Greek goddess? Was it Athena, Aphrodite, or Iris?
It was one of the Athena or Aphrodite. It was Athena.
Ding! 3 points now.
Yeah, the Acropolis. Yeah, in Athens. Yeah, I've been there. That's a cool place.
Of the following inventions, which one came first? Pottery, baskets, or flint tools?
Pottery, baskets, or flint tools?
Yeah.
Which came first?
Yeah.
Well, pottery was before baskets, and flint, because that's the
one of the first working tools. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was flint tools.
All right, ding. That gives you 4. This is a tad off subject, but I saw a YouTube video where a guy goes out into the wilderness. They set up a cam on him, and he first creates flint tools.
Oh.
That then he can use for chopping and cutting and everything else. Yeah. Long story short, he built him a hut with a swimming pool around it without any conventional tools at all. Everything from right there on site, from making his own brick and everything. He even had a fireplace.
Yeah.
From what state in the U.S. can you see the Northern Lights? Is it Alaska, Washington, or Maine?
Yeah, Alaska. If they're saying there's only one state you can see the Northern Lights from? Alaska's like every night, but you can see the Northern Lights from other states.
You can?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Like,
I don't know. I've never seen them.
The Upper Peninsula in Michigan or something. Some of those up north. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But definitely Alaska.
Alaska was the correct answer in this question. So you get a point there. That's 5 of them. And how do you find the square of any number?
The square?
Divided by 2, multiply it by itself, or multiply it by 4?
No, you multiply a number by itself. That's a square.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
All right, you got 6 points. So you're much smarter than a 5th grader. I would think that came with all those stripes.
Well, some people would debate it, but, okay, I'll take it.
Or the birdie.
There it is.
All right, let's see. 8:45, 45 past the hour. Let's, didn't ever hear from the Late Night Boys last night.
Oh, that's no loss. That's fine. I mean, hey, Bernie was on, so, why would you watch all that? After you absorb all that intelligence from Bernie, you don't need to listen to the Late Night Boys.
See if you know who this is. This is the guy that made, how many movies was it?
A lot, probably.
Let's see, famous. Anyway, he made over 100 movies. And he was in, well, a lot of them. I'm going to play a little clip from all of his movies here, some of them.
Okay.
The bigger ones, and see if you know who it is.
Let the power of Christ compels you.
Oh.
Let the power of Christ compels you.
I painted it. Me, Klaus Ziegler.
Why, Rexar himself has come before me, threatened me, the king. What daring! What outrageousness! What insolence! What arrogance! I salute you.
The time has come.
I know where you come from before you called yourself Kylo Ren.
The map to Skywalker. We know you found it. And now you're going to give it to the First Order.
The First Order rose from the dark side. You did not.
You pitiful fool.
My life is not for any earthling to give or take.
Yeah, Max von Sydow. Yeah, that's...
I didn't know you know his name.
Yeah, he's
very good.
He's a classic.
I'm one of those ones that says, yeah, I've recognized him in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
He was in, what was it with Redford? Where he was a CIA, he read stories.
But he's been in tons of movies. For, I don't want to call him a bit player, but supporting. I guess supporting actor is what they call him. But sometimes he's had the lead. He was a lead when he was early on in his career, in quite a few films, and he always stole the show, if you ask me, when he was on screen.
Well, he died Sunday at the age of 90.
Yeah, it's sad because he was good. He was good. I can't think of now. I can think of some movies that he was in that were stinkers, but like I said, any scene that he was in, he brought something with it. With him. So
3 Days of the Condor. That's what I was trying to think.
No, he was in that 3 Days of the Condor. Oh, all right, yeah.
He was the guy, the government assassin.
Yeah, he was the
cleans up the government mess.
Right, the conspirator. He was cleaning it all up. Yeah.
All right, from the late night Unix last night, here are the best that they have.
Sesame Street characters, including Elmo and the Count, appeared in new public service announcements to encourage people to participate in the 2020 census. Though, if you're only participating in the census because Elmo told you to, I'm not sure you count as the head of the household.
Due to the fears of the coronavirus, Ireland has canceled its St. Patrick's Day parade. They canceled it, yeah. Yeah, the Irish are being urged to stay home, get drunk, and punch themselves. So,
a group of sheep in Northern Ireland recently crashed through the window of a local bank and wandered around the office. When asked how many sheep were in there, the bank employees fell asleep.
And finally, a 100-year-old Chinese man has recovered from the coronavirus. That's great. The man says he can't wait to get back to lying in bed all day.
And David Spade tricked his guests last night by saying that John Travolta was the first celebrity to have coronavirus. Here it is from his show.
Speaking of celebrities, I just heard the first celebrity, John Travolta, in Florida. Coronavirus, yep.
Really?
What? They just announced it back. They said it might be Saturday Night Fever, but they're not for sure. Yeah. He's going to be staying alive. All right.
Okay.
He's funny out of all of them, because he doesn't focus on the political stuff so much like the rest of them do. I don't know. Some of his stuff's at least funny.
And then there's Ken Rogerson.
Ken Rogerson.
He's a comic that talked about pro golfers not being that great. Here he is.
And I watched the pros play golf. I watched Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson. I don't think they're that good, quite frankly. Phil Mickelson, watch him golf. His ball is almost always on the grass. Yeah, how hard is that? I'd like to see him make some of the shots I gotta make. Yeah, how about a 9-iron out of the bottom of a guy's pool, Phil? A couple of Rottweilers chasing you around. See you keep those hands steady then, my friend. You know you've hit a bad shot when you actually have to rappel down to it. And yelling 4, where'd that come from? 4, how about get down? Someone's out on the fairway 200 yards and you whack a golf ball, which is now traveling, what, about 600 miles an hour? And you yell, 4? It takes time for sound to travel through the air 200 yards. About twice as long as it takes a speeding golf ball a minute. Kind of like... 4? This guy will not hear 4 till the ambulance driver's loading him in a wagon.
All right.
Yeah, I resemble some of those shots.
Well, Chuck Norris turns 80 today. The only reason coronavirus is still a thing is because he hasn't punched it in the face yet.
Yeah, there you go. Good old Chuck Norris. He'll take care of it.
First of our rim shots this morning.
He'll beat it into submission. That's right.
Carrie Underwood, yeah, she's easy on the eyes. 37 today. She was a winner of American Idol. In fact, she'll celebrate with other American Idol winners who became singing sensations like, yeah, that's it. Harvey Weinstein was injured in jail Sunday morning when he fell and hit his head.
Oh, dear.
So I'm guessing he tripped over an open robe.
Yep. Stepped on the tie. That's right.
And New York City hasn't ruled out shutting down the city subway system because of the coronavirus. So New Yorkers who enjoy the aroma of pee during their commute will have to start taking the bus instead. The coronavirus was detected in Las Vegas. Fortunately, it was in a person who saw a carrot top, so they weren't around anyone to expose them. A new study named Detroit as the unhappiest city in the country, which seems insane. How can you be sad when you get to spend your days cheering for terrible sports teams, having your water shut off, and dodging gunfire? Just doesn't get any better than that, does it?
No. Nope. Good old Detroit.
And finally, a woman in North Carolina celebrated her 100th birthday by getting arrested. She received a life sentence, so 2 weeks. And that's your rim shots for today. All right, it is, let's see here, 8:54. Get robbers or other stories?
Other stories.
Other stories. Okay. No bad guys today. Let's see. Let's go get our random facts. How's that sound?
Yeah, the bad guys will still be there tomorrow.
Now it's time for
Random facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we can always carry them over.
Yeah.
All right, here's your random facts for today. Maybe a spare two. Ms. Pac-Man was almost named Mrs. Pac-Man. Ronald Reagan was a lifeguard in high school, and he saved 77 people from drowning.
Wow. He's busy.
Michael Jordan got his degree in culinary geography from the University of North Carolina because his backup plan after basketball was to be a weatherman. I shouldn't have said culinary geography. It's cultural geography.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
What kind of degree is that?
I have no clue. Geography?
That's a degree you give basketball players because it requires no study.
Yeah, what do you wear in North Carolina when it's hot, I guess? I don't know.
The author who wrote The Treasures of the Sierra Madre was a German guy named B. Tavern. But not really. It was a pen name, and no one is sure what his real name is.
No kidding.
The math problem that Matt Damon solves in Good Will Hunting isn't actually very hard, according to a mathematician from Cambridge. And even someone who wasn't a mathematician could probably solve it.
Okay, good for him. If I watch the movie, maybe I'll solve it then.
Yeah, I just feel that tingling up my leg when I get to solve a math problem like that.
Yeah, well, I get a tingle when somebody suggests I watch a movie with Matt Damon in it.
All right, that's your random facts for today. Let's see. 57 past the hour. Today is National Landline Telephone Day. I guess you can celebrate it even if you haven't had a landline phone in your house since 2006. In honor of the day, a new survey asked people to name the last time they spoke to someone using a landline phone. I guess if you work in a business, you'll have a landline phone.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, you gotta have consistent communications.
A lot of people have dumped it out of the house because you can just dial the person you want directly.
And yes, hardline, in the military, most of it's hardline. But hardline is the most secure method also. I mean, you can be eavesdropped on, etc., but it's much more difficult as opposed to the over-the-air airwaves and internet stuff.
2% of people have never used one. Another 25% of people said it's been more than 6 months. On the flip side, 25% said they spoke to someone using a landline that day, and 15% said they did it the day before. And not surprisingly, the older you are, the more likely you are to have used a landline in the past few days. 49% of the people over 55 versus 15% of the people under 24. And people under 24 are 3 times more likely to have never used a landline. All right, so it goes for this Tuesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9 for a Hump Day Wednesday and an extended Zoom All Zone. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airwaves, because when you give them first crack at your spending dollars, your money will stay here, roll over, and create jobs. So when you head to those businesses, be sure to help us out by putting your tongue past your gum and tell them WEEB told you to come. And don't forget, millions of Americans have fought and have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the Leader Man, and Nick and Colt the Dog. We'll all see you this afternoon at 2 o'clock at the dog park.